Hi guys, I'm here today to talk to you about contouring in a different way than what I've shown you in the past. I did a contouring video for you guys using the BB creams and my buds. Today I'm actually going to use our concealer. I kind of discovered this. I was using it to cover blemishes or whatever, and then I thought, hey, this might work really well for contouring. So I tried this and it works amazingly. So if you're gonna use concealer to cover blemishes or dark bags, any rosacea, anything like that, use the same color as you use in your foundation. So I use taffeta. I would use taffeta to cover imperfections. Whereas when I'm using it to contour, I use a shade lighter because then you're going to be highlighting, right? Like I told you before, we're going to highlight the triangles. We're going to highlight your T-zone down your nose, a little bit on your cupid's bow, and on your chin. So I've already applied my moisturizer, my primer, and I used my cream foundation today, and I used it with the brush. I showed you guys the other day how I put it on with the buds, giving good coverage. So I wanted to do it with the foundation brush today to show you guys the similar coverage that I got. So for contouring, the lighter color I'm going to use in our concealer is called Organza. So it is one of the lightest shades that we have. Good for skin tones with kind of pink undertones. So it works well for this, for me. And I'm gonna show you when you're applying it to cover blemishes and stuff. I love this concealer brush, sorry. You just need the tiniest little bit, like the size of a pinhead, covering up any little bits that you might want. When I contour, it's a bit of a bigger area, so I'll either use the crease, or not, sorry, the concealer brush, or I will use my foundation brush. So today I'll use my foundation brush to show you guys. So I'm just gonna start off with the tiniest little amount on my finger. It's a little bit thicker, so you have to squeeze a little bit harder, but as you can see, like, there's none there. And so I'm just gonna start applying. And this is good too if you're, if you didn't think you got, you know, your bags covered with just your foundation and powder, don't worry about it because you're gonna do it when you do this anyway. So get that triangle, a tiny bit more over on this side, and go kind of all the way up here. This, when you're bringing it up, it helps to open up your eyes a little bit. For anyone who might have, you know, the crow's feet, or it kind of gives you like almost like a mini eye lift without having to have any surgery or injections or anything like that. Okay, so cheeks are good. Do a teeny tiny bit more, and like the tiniest little amount. And we're gonna go up in here and down the nose. So, looking a little crazy. Now, as with the other contouring videos, if you have a wider nose, you just want to make this kind of a thin line. My nose is kind of an average size, so I'm not worried about making it look smaller or bigger or whatever. So I'll leave that up to you guys. Okay, there's all the areas I want to highlight. So I'm just gonna start blending it in. You can use your buds for this too, guys. It doesn't really matter. This is gonna push it into the skin a little bit more. This is gonna leave it more on top. So you know what? Let's use the bud. And you guys will. I find they're called blending buds, so they do help blend really well. Now, it's still gonna look quite light until I get kind of the rest done, so don't be alarmed if you think you look a bit ghostly before it's finished. Okay. There, that's pretty good. So still you can see it, like it's quite light, quite bright looking here. So next what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the bronzer. The beauty of our bronzers, there's two sides. So this one's got a bit more shimmer to it, whereas this one's a bit more matte. So really good for the contouring. Now, I'm using my blusher brush for this. I find that it works the best with the angle, helps to sweep up. So you're gonna just a couple little dabs and just bang off any excess. You don't want to get it too dark. I mean, I've definitely been, you know, kind of a victim of this, of doing too much, and then the contouring is just like, it's just too aggressive. So make sure you're patting off any excess. And then again, you guys know my face, so forgive me. You're just gonna sweep up. And then same thing, other side. So I'm really using very little. You don't need a lot. And at this point, sometimes I do it before, sometimes I do it after. Well, let me finish before I jump on to the next thing here. So, as with the BB creams that I showed you, you want to do the E3. So, E3 or backwards or whatever. So bring it on down into your temple here and connect it. Now, if you have, you know, a larger forehead, you do less highlighting, and you can bring down your bronzer a little bit more just to make it less of a 5 head. That's what my husband calls it. Kind of rude. And then down just below this jawline here, and then just bring it down a little bit. Again, not too much. You don't want to look Jersey Shore. You know, tanned white. You don't want that at all. So less is more, ladies, I promise. Now, I like to use a bit of a smaller brush just because I don't have a very big nose. If you want to go down the side here, so just the tiniest little bit, and you're gonna just draw little lines down the side of your nose. Same thing on the other side. Just the tiniest little bit, just to give a little bit of a contour, even out the shape of your nose, or just make it look a little bit more narrow, whatever. So, as I was starting before and then decided to finish my sentence, I put my cream powder on before I do the bronzer. I forgot to show you that today, you guys, sorry. So I did my cream foundation, do my highlighting, and then just touch up with my powder. But in the same breath, I do it after the bronzer as well. Because you're not like smushing it into your face, you're just kind of finishing with a little bit of powder. Just kind of blends everything together. Ties in your bronzer and your concealer for your highlighting. See, so you didn't lose your contour by covering it with powder, because you're just doing a really light layer. But like I said, you can do it, you know, after your concealer, before your bronzer, or you can do it after your bronzer. That's up to you. So just blending out those nose lines. And the highlighting. Blend a little bit of bronzer together. You don't want that line of bronzer and highlight. There. So my next step would be to add a little bit of blush. So I guess I'll just show you that quickly. I'm gonna use Sweet. It's just really nice for your everyday kind of look. And again, just the tiniest little bit. blend it out. And that's it. I like to finish with, I can't wait for Younique to get an illuminator. I use the MAC Mineralize Illuminator just for a little bit of shimmer. I'm waiting for the day that Younique gets that because I know it will be awesome. So anyways, that is contouring with concealer and bronzer instead of the BB creams. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.